Okay, guys, I just finished the first part of my trainings, which was solving 5 move checkmates. Now we're gonna play a quick rapid game, 15-10, and let's see what we get here on chess.com. Okay, so we're playing a 1900 player, and we got the black pieces. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna play g6, and you know that I'm playing g6 to avoid, if I play knight f6, I don't wanna get into this bishop g5. So now that I played e4 and I played d6, this is transposing into a Pirc defense. We've had so many lessons about this opening. Okay, attacking the center. And it looks, the moment they play knight f3, it looks like they're playing a classical setup against the Pirc defense. Lesson number 69, bishop c4. All right, this is gonna be pretty easy. Now bishop g4. And don't forget that here you could have played c6 as well, but I like this one that is a little bit more aggressive. So from this moment on, everything is forcing. I take on f3, they have to take with the queen, or they open up the king side. Now when I play knight c6, I'm attacking the pawn. So it's a counter-attack opening, hyper-modern opening. I let them control the center, but then I attack that center. So everything that they do now, or whatever they do now, has to do to respond to my threat. If they advance, well, weak squares. If they defend, then we strike the center with e5. Is there anything else they could do? I don't think so. Of course, they could defend with knight or queen, but it doesn't look that nice. Okay. Now, this is going exactly as one of the games that I showed you on lesson number 69. And again, I'm playing fast, even though it's a rapid game, because we know this opening by heart. At this point in the course, now notice how my opponent is thinking here. That means that he's not that familiar with this position. He doesn't play it a lot. And this is what I tell you guys about playing openings like this. People don't really prepare against them. So you're always going to be bringing them into your territory. And if you have enough experience, you should be more comfortable. It should be easier for you to make practical decisions. And that's very valuable. So let's see what they do. Again, here they could take, or they could advance, or they could go ahead and defend. Don't forget that if they had advanced, then we get a fixed center. We have talked about how to play against it or how to play with it. We look at our pawn structure and it's telling us exactly what to do. So here they said, I'm gonna keep the tension. Maybe they're thinking of c3. I remember there was a blitz game that Tato played where he had something like this. Knight d7 comes to mind right away, but let me think. Yeah, let me go knight d7. And again, we keep adding pressure on the center. Now, again, if they advance, fix center, they might do something like c3. And then I think we had a tactic here, right? We got out. There we go. And again, guys, this is the benefit of playing this opening over and over. What is the tactic? Well, pawn takes. If pawn takes or whatever it takes, we got knight e5 fork. Yes, they could take us, but then we take back, and that fork is still there. So take, and it's so nice. I don't even have to get creative or think or try to find it. I've played this before so many times and reviewed my games that I remember there was a tactic here. Okay, now I'm gonna double check anyways. We just practice calculating 5 moves easily, so that's what I'm gonna do here. This is less than 5 moves. Pawn takes, knight takes, queen is being attacked, bishop is being attacked, and the queen just cannot go somewhere to defend that bishop. So there we go. And you don't need to pre-move. This is a 15-minute game, but I'm gonna pre-move to make it look cooler. So I'm gonna be attacking this too. Okay, so now we take back. And yes, we only won a pawn, but hey, to me, that's more than enough. And now, guys, all I'm thinking is simplify the game. Simplify the game. Once I take this this bishop, okay, that was unexpected. Okay, so bishop f7. Okay, at least they're getting the pawn back. Respect. Okay, is there anything here that I should be careful with? Okay, if I take like this, what could they do? Only move. Then now my instinct is take with the rook hitting the queen, but still, guys, we gotta get in the habit of think. All right, let's take now. Powerful knight in the center, rook, bishop. I like my position. Still, we gotta be very careful. Very careful. Okay, knight c4 comes to mind right away. Knight f3 doesn't really lead to anything, but we gotta consider it. Knight d3. Okay. All right, let's go with knight c4. And yes, I want to get that bishop. I'm not so happy about this pawn because they could always just do like a little skewer. So if I take, they take, knight b2, rook b1. Not so sure. I'm not so sure. Now, this one is more interesting, actually. Way more interesting. But I gotta take first because I'm thinking if knight d2 right away, they could take the bishop. Oh, I could take the rook first in between move. Because I was thinking knight d2, if they take the bishop, I take with the king. I don't want to put the rook passive. Well, they have queen c3 with the fork. But if knight d2, bishop g7, knight f1 hitting the queen, they have to take, or if they go here, I could still take. So yeah, let me go here. Now that's another fork. So this game has been about forks. And let's see if there's nothing that we're missing here. But guys, you can see how even in this game, it's been 16 moves. It's a lot of calculation. Yeah, nothing crazy, like 5, 10, 15 moves calculations, but we gotta calculate, we gotta be accurate. If we just play like a reflex every move, it's not gonna be so good. Now I'm thinking even if the queen leaves, like maybe we do some queen g5 now, they have f4, because that would have been interesting with knight f3 in the air. Now, if queen c3, we could actually do knight e4 with a tempo on the queen. Or again, we could just take the rook. Okay, guys, so my opponent spent almost 2 minutes on that move, and it does make sense. So now I'm thinking, well, I know I have to take on e4 with a tempo. If I take on d4, I could take on d4 too. So let me see. Knight e4. Okay, this is interesting. So do I go knight e4 or do I take on d4 first, threatening this powerful fork? So that means they have to take me. And then knight e4 with a tempo on the queen and the rook. So bishop d4 first is definitely promising. Now, if knight e4 first, they could just, let's say move here. No, they could not go there. Bishop d4 or knight e4. Guys, we're going to analyze this after with the engine, but let's try to calculate. Let's try to be accurate. Use our time. Bishop d4 seems more forcing, I have to say. I'm trying to figure out after knight e4, where could that queen go? Let's say they go somewhere far, like queen b3. We still have this move afterwards. And then knight f2. Oh, no. Actually, we have to take first. Because I'm thinking, if this move, they go queen b3, I have to take, because knight f2, they just take back. So I have to take, they take with the rook, and then this move is not as powerful, especially since I'm being pinned. So I'm going to go ahead and take on d4 first. And again, we're going to review this after. And look, it took my opponent almost 2 minutes for the remove. In this critical moment, it took me a little bit over 2 minutes. But in a real game, if I were just doing this on my own here, I'll have relaxed and taken a little bit more time to make sure I'm not missing anything. So let's see. Okay, so they went with the line that we reviewed. Now, still, this seems like the move to go, but I'm going to consider things like rook f2. If the king takes, there's a tactic in the air, another fork. But if they take with the queen, nothing happens. So it was like changing the move order. Instead of this first, well, doing this first. Okay, so happy to see that this move was played. And if you remember for the last 10, 15 lessons, I've been focusing on this. We got to get really good at anticipating what our opponent is going to reply. And this came, it was very nice to see this move. Now, if knight f2, rook f1, and I cannot remove the knight because then they take on f7. So should I go knight c5? I mean, I'm up a pawn already, so no need to go like crazy here. Queen f6 looks interesting, I have to say. If they take on b7, we take on f2. Yeah. So this one looks very, very interesting. Now knight f2, rook f1, knight h3 doesn't make sense. Queen f6 does make sense. But then they move the knight. And do we have anything? Okay, I'm not gonna get myself in trouble. Let me just go queen f6. And then I'm threatening to capture here. Yeah, they could do f3, things like that, but they're opening up their king. And now that I activated the rook with the queen with a tempo, I could go to c5. I'm gonna be fine. So let's see what they're going to do, guys. No matter what, we know that we gotta be better. So no need to get ourselves into trouble. Don't give your opponent any counterplay. So queen f6, there you go. Now knight c5, everything is under control. The other rook comes over. So let me just make sure that we are good to go here. Now, if this queen were the one defending the knight, I'll be thinking knight g3, trying to do queen takes, they take back and then fork. But here, it doesn't really work. Now, what if knight g5 with ideas of opening up that king? But the thing is, queen b7 is going to be annoying. Now, no need to go like crazy. I really like this idea. Okay, how about queen h4? Pawn takes. Nah. Okay, let's keep it simple. And now they have to do something about that queen. As soon as I can, I want to get myself away from this pin. It cannot be good. It cannot be good. Okay. Now b4 might be in the air, so I gotta be careful. So maybe a5. This is an idea that we've learned and we have seen over and over in our course. Maybe a little bit too passive. Now knight e6, knight e4. Interesting. Okay, let me bring the rook over. So you cannot go wrong with activating your pieces. Only piece that was doing nothing, finally on the open file, then we might be doing something like 96. Number one, I challenged that powerful knight in the center. Number two, simplifications are good for us. We're winning by a pawn. Number three, if they avoid it, I could jump to the king's side again, look for checkmate ideas, and so on. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so we knew that was going to happen. Then 96, my rook is defending the 7th rank. I also like this diagonal. We never know when this rook has to defend the other rook. I would say they have to take, guys. If this knight lands on f4, not only supporting the other rook, yeah, they have to take. But queen g5 was going to be really, really annoying. Now, I think I'm going to take with my queen. And we had a very powerful lesson on two rooks versus queen. So if they go rook e1, that would be a dream, especially because here we can easily coordinate our rooks. Now, I don't think they're going to do that, so we're going to have opportunities to penetrate to the 7th rank. So let's see how that goes. And ultimately, if we make it to the end game, this is just a pass pawn. Here, I'm not even going to think. Give me the two rooks for the queen. There you go. Guys, I gotta say, this is something that when I first learned about it, I understood two rooks could be better than the queen, but I would still avoid it at all costs because I didn't feel comfortable. I felt more comfortable with the queen. But then after I gave it a try and I played more and more, I started to see the value of the two rooks and I trusted them more. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, let me just coordinate my rooks. Everything is defended. There might be some annoying checks, but we could deal with those. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me just go away. Yeah, that's what they're looking for right now. I think they don't have any more checks after this. Now, if I manage to do check and then double up my rooks on the 7th rank, that's the end. The only thing is when I do that setup to double up my rooks are not going to be defending each other. So I do have to make sure there are no forks or annoying checks with that queen. Okay, so there we go. Now, should I go this one and then move? The good thing is that there are no checks with this queen. So I'm pretty free to do that. Now I'm looking at this check and then rook g1. Yeah, that's already pretty nice for the rooks. Now rook g1 again. I do it in my head first. No checks through here. No checks through here. At least safe. No checks through here. No checks through here. So I don't think I'm missing anything. And there you go. This would be interesting. And then this is mate. And if they take, then skewer. Now, if g5, they have check. I move out the way. And then they come down here to complicate the game. Okay, what if I do it the other way around? Check, and then check, check. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Wait. What if check, rook here with range checkmate? They have h4. Okay, guys, you see, the mate in 5 trainings that we did, well, actually, you saw it yesterday, but I did it right now. It's actually paying off right now. So, okay, I have to go with the forcing move. Check and f6. No. Oof, this is mate in 1. Well, at least mate or they have to give me the queen. Only move, I believe. And then this is not going to help me out. But, I could do rook f2 and then check and I collect. Okay, this is mate. And that's it, guys. Okay, so we play with 90% accuracy, 1 brilliant move, no blunders, 3 mistakes, 4 inaccuracy. So let's take a quick look. And again, a lot of this accuracy is attributed to the fact that we know this opening so much. We've had so many lessons on the Pirc Defense in so many games. Now, look here, the engine always recommends knight takes e4 with this idea that we've seen in the Italian game in other openings, but I just prefer bishop g4. With that said, feel free to go with this, okay? So h3, okay, great move, knight c6, e5, knight d7. Look, this was a mistake. So apparently the better move, let me activate the lines, is e takes e4, bishop d4, knight d4, knight d4, rook e8. So we're supposed to trade everything and then rook e8 put pressure on e4. Okay, I thought this was a better move, but now mental note, we know that's a better one. So c3, pawn takes, and then knight e5 is a brilliant move. Guys, again, this is not something I just came up with. I played a game, or someone played a game, and after in the game review, the engine suggested it, so I did not forget. And since I get this so often, here we have it. Now, they should have taken instead with the knight instead of the pawn. So that way, wait, with the knight? Yeah, knight d5, knight ce5, queen e2. Yeah, and the queen is defending the bishop. Yep. So knight e5. Now, still this move was pretty nice. There you go. Bishop f7, rook takes, knight c4. It seems like this was a better move. Bishop d4, fork. Okay, good. This was the best move. I was debating between bishop d4 or knight e4. So as you can see, bishop d4 gives us 135. Knight takes e4, only 0.83. And it was because after knight e4, queen e3. Okay. So take, queen f6. Okay, mistake. More accurate, queen h4. I gotta tell you, I didn't even think of that. I only considered queen f6. So queen f6, f3, knight c5. Remember that I told you about this move with the idea of taking on d4? Now, knight g3, let me see. Knight g3, what if they had taken on b7? Okay, they just don't care. We have so much activity. This has to be good for us. Yep. So again, that's why we have to calculate, guys. Here, I just felt safe with knight c5. We still have a pretty good advantage. Then rook e8, mistake to have played c6. Now, what's wrong with rook e8? Queen c4. Well, we're still winning by 132. So I guess it's not as accurate. Okay, engine, but come on. 96. Taking with the queen. Look, taking with the rook seemed, again, more accurate. And that was an inaccuracy. It's still 0.84. But if we just go queen d7, it's like there's no need to go for that. We have an extra pawn. It's a protected pass pawn. I get it, but I wanted to prove a point. So queen c4, king f8. What? Pin myself? Never. Check. Okay, looking to stay away from checks. Check. Okay, two great moves back to back. Okay, I'm going to take that as a compliment. Then rook e5. Yeah, it looks like rook e7 saves the day. Maybe if rook e5, h4, we could go rook e7. And then this was just a blunder. Now, after h4, yeah, rook e7. And guys, we're winning by 475. Like, this is pretty good advantage. But anyways, my opponent made a mistake or a blunder. And then final checkmate. So there you go. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you think this is something that adds value to what we're doing in this channel. And also, if you want me to play other openings in this rapid format. So with that said, I will see you in our next lesson. Good.